Hello, hello, it is Liz here. Welcome. Today I'm going to be sharing this card with you. It's Tone on Tone. So I'm going to move that out of the way and then we're going to get started. I'm going to tell you what supplies that I used for this. Okay. So the paper that I used is hand-penned designer series paper. This obviously is a whole cut up pack I got going on here. This is in the annual catalog and it is retiring. So anything I say that is retiring is right now while supplies last. So if you'd like it, go grab it now. Again, it was called Hand Penned Designer Series paper. I'll be using a bone folder. The ink I'll be using, one ink today. I'm using black StazOn ink. Okay, that's it. One ink pad today. My adhesives, I'll be using Stamping Seal and the Tombow Mono Liquid Glue. I will be using the lovely label, Pick a Punch. This will be staying in the catalog, but the punches are going up. The price is going up. So if there's a punch that you love, get it now. Okay, that's a lovely label, Pick a Punch. I'll be using the medium daisy punch. Again, it will be staying in the next catalog, but the price is going up. So if it's something you like, grab it now. Then I will be using Flowing Flower stamp set, and this is in the mini catalog and it is retiring at the end of this month. I love the fonts in here, and there's just a note: happy birthday, I like you, thank you, time for a happy dance. That's a fun one. Sending a card instead of a text, that's great too. So this one will be retiring. And I think that's it for now, other than dimensionals, obviously. So let me show you the card pieces. I decided to use thick white cardstock. I don't always do that, but it is very nice for the backing of your card. So I already scored it. It's an 8.5 by 11, cut in half. I scored it ahead of time. The bone folder gives an awesome crease. So if it's something you don't have, you might want one of those. Okay, then your card will lay flat. So that's the card base. Then I have one piece from the hand penned. This is 4 by 5 1/4. I just have an extra piece. It's like 2.5 inches or something, but this is what I'm punching out of, so the sizing doesn't exactly matter. And then I have one piece here this is a white piece of cardstock, and it's 1 inch by 3 inches. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use my daisy punch. You can punch this way, but you can't see what you're punching. So always turn your punches upside down. Then you can see exactly where you're placing on your paper. Okay, 1. I want to have 4, 2, 3, and 4. And sometimes if it gets jammed like that, it's not a big deal. Just kind of play with it and pull it. There you go. Okay, just get patience, work with it. It'll come out. All right, I'm gonna put that aside, and let's do all the pieces first, and then we will go ahead and do the rest of it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do with this one, I'm taking the lovely label. You have options. This is like 6 punches in one. You have 2 different designs. There's a rounded design and a flat one on the ends, and then you can do a 1 inch, a 3/4 inch, or a 1/2 inch to go inside, depending on how thick you want your banner. All right, so I'm doing a 1 inch. And if you do it, I originally had a 1 inch by 2 inch because I really don't want my banner to be this long. But if you do it too short, when you go to put it inside, it disappears and you have nothing to hold on to. So I made this piece a little bit longer so I have something to hold on to, and then I'm going to be cutting off a little bit on the end. All right, so we're going to put that aside, and I just have that little label punch on the end. All right, using the jet black, I'm going to do happy birthday because I end up taking these samples and I use them for my own personal use, my business, whatever. But I really need birthday cards right now. I am finding I'm a little behind, and I really need some belated cards too. But let's do birthday. And I'm stamping this as close to the end as possible, to the left side as possible. because I want to cut off the right side. Okay, there we go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right, let's set that aside for the moment. Okay, and I'm going to take this piece here, and I want some of these, if you notice, I could take all these flowers here and just attach them so that they're inside. Like on this piece, they fit on there. I don't want that to happen. Let me show you on here. So my pattern piece of paper is 4 by 5 1/4, but my card base itself is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I want my flowers to actually extend past the designer series paper, but I don't want them to go too far that they're past the card base, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do this first. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this banner. Let's do that first. There we go. Okay, remember I told you I wanted to cut off some of the edge, so I took the happy birthday and I stamped it as close to the left as possible. And then I'm going to lay it down off of the designer series paper. Okay, and I'm going to turn this over, and there's that little extra sticking out there. I'm going to cut that off. That's it. Okay, so there's my happy birthday. And now I'm going to go ahead with these pieces. Look at the other side. It's kind of really pretty. You could do it that way too if you wanted to. But I want to do the tone on tone color. It's really hard to get the adhesive in those little tiny spaces. So I'm using the liquid glue on here, but you don't want much because it will ooze out on you. So I'm just putting like a dot on the very, very center. That's it. That's all that's needed. Oh, you know what I want to do? Sorry, guys. I want to attach this down on the base first so I know exactly how far out I can put the flowers, put the little daisies. Okay, now I'm going to take my daisy. They're little buggers to pick up. So let's take that, and I want it to go off of the designer series paper but not beyond the card itself. Oh, I'm having a hard time picking these up. All right, again, just a little tiny liquid glue in the center. And let's put this one up there, just going off the paper slightly. A little bit of liquid glue on this one. What are all of you creating these days? Let me know. What are you looking for? What's like your big hot, you know, either design or your favorite stamp set? Let's see, last one here. Again, just a little bit in the center. And I'm going to take this one and we'll have it going off the edge like that. Okay, that liquid glue dries very quickly, which is great. And there you go. That's your card. Here's the original. And look how simple that was. So tone on tone. The only ink color I used was black. Have fun with that. Enjoy. Talk with you later. Bye-bye.